Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and we are back in the world of Planetary Confinement. In the last episode, we painfully killed the Ender Dragon. Not painfully for him, painfully for us. So, alright, so power up. Well, let's see. Well, now that you've got the turret all set up, I suppose you better get back on track with getting off this planet. Sounds great. You'll need quite a few power blocks for both the distress beacon and the beacon base. Okay, so let's look in here. Let's look up a couple things here. Let's see. Powered blocks. Redstone, iron block, and then circuits. And then, let's see. Distress beacon is okay. So it looks like we need 3, we need 9, we need 12 distress beacons. So let's, how do I make the things again? So torch, power block, iron block, coarse dirt, wet foliage. How do I make, where is the thing for the stuff? What is that thing called? It is called a circuit board. Where is the circuit board? I don't remember how to make it. Cobblestone, a foliage, coaster, block, power block, barrel, storage chest, oak seed furnace. Okay. Bone crook, shears, wooden. Alright. Silk mask, galvanized steel, rope, circuit board. There it is. Looks like it's stone, redstone, and gold. Alright, well, we have a ton of gold, and we're really not using it for much, so let's get to, I think we have a ton of gold. Do I not have gold made up? I saw some gold pants in there. Well, we got plenty of gold. Alright, let's get to making some gold then. Alright, once again, slow process, but whatever. I think we might actually already have some. No. You go down there. Okay. Nope. You're being naughty. Don't be naughty. Stop it. Alright. Let's just try and force our way through this. Try and get off this planet. Alright. Chugging along. Let's see how many we can make. Let's just make the whole thing. Because we're going to have to use a couple pieces of charcoal to cook. Oh, I think we're actually going to get exactly 16. Sweet. I guess I should have figured that. Alright, so we'll put this in here. We'll get that cooking up. That should be perfect. We got a little bit more of this. Got a couple of potatoes. Doesn't hurt. Okay. We need... Where is all our redstone? Got a couple more gold in there. Are we low on redstone? Oh, jeez. I'm dumb. Alright, let's grab this to make some cobble real quick. I wish... I know, you know what? We're going to do this way. Anytime we can... Oh, you butt crack. Now, for any of you guys that have been like, just make a normal table. Most of this stuff that isn't a normal vanilla crafting recipe will not work in a normal vanilla table. It won't work. So, alright, we're going to need a bunch of these because we're going to need 12 times 3. Oh, geez, we're going to need a lot. Alright, we are waiting for that to go up. So, this is going to be a little bit of crafting, but hey, we're working on getting off this stinking rock. And this is kind of part of it. So, let's see. Alright, let's do that. Let's get this in here to start cooking. Put a couple more in there like that. Okay. So we have one. Let's grab this. We'll throw it in here like that. And throw in one more of these. Okay, so, and then I think, let's go back. What did we need? We're making 12 powered blocks. That is what we're working on right now. The stone was for something else. So let's head out while that cooks. And, oh, the stone was for the actual things. And let's get ourselves some of these real quick. So much easier to make it. I wish we had gold blocks just sitting around like this. Now, we could go out exploring and looking for some gold and that way we don't have to make it, but I think that's going to actually take us a lot longer, so. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's get all this taken care of. Just get a bunch of these. How many do we have? 20. We'll start there. Okay, so to make the circuits, we needed gold, redstone, and stone, right? So let's kind of get this set up. So it was stone like this, I believe, and then gold. That doesn't seem right. And that? No, not even close. What about if I switch these two? There we go. Alright, so there's another one. Oh, that's going to take a while. We're going to need a lot more stone. Okay. Alright, so let's make our first powered block. And we'll get this kind of situated. So it's like that, like this, and finally like this. And my inventory's full. So let's dump just a couple of these random things in here. Alright, so there's one. One of 12. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, well, there we go. Did I pick something up? Did I get something? I don't know. Oh, you know what I did? Seems really quiet in here for some reason. Alright, send help. Work on crafting the distress beacon now. Now that you've crafted it, place it on a 3x3 platform and power blocks to give it some juice. Perhaps some kind of cute, super intelligent penguin race could save us. Shh, I can dream. That's not weird at all. Alright, so let's see. I got a bad feeling we're not going to have enough stuff. Alright, we're still waiting on this stone to cook, so let's actually make up a little bit more, just what we have on us. And I get a feeling we're going to need a butt-ton more gold, so we'll work on that. Sorry if this is kind of meh, but we are coming to the end here. As far as I know, we are probably going to be done very soon, so. Alright, let's get as much of this as we can of what we have on us. Alright, 5 more. I think I am running low on coal, which is bad. Alright, let's get these in here cooking as well. We'll put in a couple more pieces of coal. Okay, while that's cooking, let's grab another stack of gold. Get going on it. Alright. So we need 10 more of the chips. Everything else should be pretty simple because we got obviously an abundance of iron blocks out there and whatchamacallit. I just want to check. Wait, where'd it go? Give me that. Just want to check. I know what the outcome is going to be, but it's worth a shot. Yep, see. So even if I had a regular crafting table, it would not work. Plus, I would believe that they would have nerfed that. Oh, that ate 2 of my pieces. I knew that was going to eventually happen. They're very particular about how this works. Okay. Alright, let's get this in there with one more of these. Let's see how our stone's going. Alright, let's keep working on chugging these out. So like that, and like that. Alright, there's number 3. Let's just keep going while that stuff cooks and see how many we can get out of this so we have a better idea how much more we need to make. There's 4. Alright, I'll be able to get, what, 2 more out of this set, which will then put us at 5. So we still got kind of a ways to go. I can't believe I don't have any other gold. I figured I would have just been sitting on it, like wasting my time with it. This is all regular dust. I haven't had to see you for a really long time. That's cool. Yeah. Alright. Let's get some more of this. Let's get some more of this. Just keep cranking them out. It turned nighttime. I didn't even notice. Alright, there's that. And here's this. I think I can get one more, so that's 6. Alright, we're at the halfway point in reference to making these. Alright. There's that. Now, why do I have 2? Oh! Cool, we don't have to make quite as many. Okay. So we have 2. Let's actually make these other ones. If I can remember how to do it, it is circuit board. And where did all my iron blocks go? I put them away? Yeah, I did. Alright, and then iron blocks like this. Redstone like this. Okay, now we're up to 3. Nice. Because we actually got one for a reward. Alright, and there's that. And there's that. There's 4. We're getting slowly but surely getting closer, kids. Slowly but surely getting closer. Some good old crafting with Modi time. There's 5. I need more iron blocks. Let's see how this is going. Hopefully that should be able to get through. Alright. Let's grab some more iron blocks real quick. Which this is the easiest part. Alright. I do need to drink some water. I'm a little bit thirsty. I'm a little bit parched. Alright. Let's do this and this. And this should open up a slot for us. Nice. Actually, we'll just drink up. And we'll do one more for good measure. Sweet. Perfect. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Iron blocks. I'm just going to try and... I'm going to see how many we have total and how many we still need. This goes around like this. And like that. Okay. That gives us 6. And we needed 12. Yeah, that's the right number. Alright. We will have to get more iron blocks, but I think I'll make more circuit boards in between. And this can come around like so. Oh man, this is amazing, exciting work, kids. I know how excited you are. Like, you're like, oh, I hope this doesn't stop. Oh, please don't ever stop doing this. And I'm like, sorry guys, I gotta go. I got things to do. All right, so we need 4 more. So we need 3 more circuit boards. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more redstone because we have an abundance of it. All right, so redstone, gold. Am I gonna come up 3 gold short? I think I'm gonna come up 3 gold short. All right. There's 2. We need 2 more. Oh, I think we have exactly enough gold. I think we might actually be able to pull it off here, kids. Alright, there's that. There's 3. Awesome. And there's that. And if we need any more of these, I'm going to lose my mind. There's 4. Perfect. Alright. So we have the redstone, so we need, what, 4, 8, 12, 16 iron blocks. Once again, not an issue at all. Oh, and I did see all you guys' comments about using the grappling hook to get on top of the towers to blow up the things. Yeah, that would have been smart if I would have done that, but, you know. But then I wouldn't have been consistent on what I do, you know. 4, 8, 12, 16. You know, and I would hate to not be consistent. That'd be weird. And boom, that should be enough. Okay. So, let's make the last 4 of these. Nope. And like that. And like this. Sweet. There's 1. Go on there. Alright, let's see. And it did say we're going to be using a lot of resources, which, you know, they're not lying, but it's the crafting part that gets me each time. Alright, come around like that. And do a little circly like this. And let's see, 1 more to go, 1 more to go. Come on. Come around. And finally, all right, there's 12 of them. Okay, so let's jump in here. So we got the 3 we needed, plus we need 3 to make the actual distress beacon. Let's see. Distress beacon. 3 of those, 3 iron blocks, and a redstone torch. We can do that. We can do that. We're getting close, kids. Alright. This may be a little bit of a short episode. And I know it's not super exciting, but this is like the precursor to the finale. And I want to do the whole last thing in a finale form. I need a stick. Any sticks. I have a stick. Perfect. Alright, so that there. This is a vanilla crafting thing, so I can use that for that. Alright, so we go there, here, here, and here, and across like that, and that makes our distress beacon. Alright, so what did this want us to do? Alright, so it wants us to set this. So Like I said, guys, this is a pretty short episode, but this is the precursor. Is this actually shooting anybody? Shoot somebody. This thing should be more controllable. Shoot that guy. He's right there. He's right in front of you. Shoot him in the head. You suck. This is a precursor to the finale. And I got to kind of clean up. So I think we're going to call it here. I know this hasn't been like the most exciting episode. This is the pre-end. It's not the end. It's right before it. It's the pre-end. So make sure you guys tune in for the next episode so that we can finish this bad boy up. It gave me 1, really? There we go. That's what I want to see. Next episode, I have no clue why we wouldn't finish. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I stepped on it. Okay. So, there we go. A lot of crafting. I know it was annoying. I know it wasn't fun. But, hey, it needed to get done. And it did. And I think... You know what? Actually, I lied. We're not leaving yet. We are not leaving yet. We are taking our life into our hands. And we are going for a jog. Because... I know how this ends. I've seen this end. And one of the things with the ending is... What? How are you guys catching up to me? What's with the speed he got going there, kids? Wow. This guy's got some legs on him. Oh, a lot of them. Alright. One thing is, that portal up on this hill... I have no idea what it does. So, this may be a horrible, horrible idea... And when we get up here, we may actually, because we're near the end, we might actually do a little keep inventory. Which I know people are like, that's cheating. Well, you know what? If I die and I lose all my stuff right before the end and we don't finish the series, nice. Yeah, you guys just take care of each other. I really probably should have waited till the daytime was up and I had more food on me. Because thank God I cooked those potatoes and they didn't bring them with me. Alright, I thought this was going to be a short episode. Now we're probably going to end up going long. Whatever. I want to see what's in this thing, and I know it's not part of the ending of the game. We can actually end the game without seeing. And I'm getting a feeling it's literally just the nether. I think, but I don't know, because it's not the normal nether thing. So, let's just... bounce our way up here, and I know I'm thirsty and I'm hungry and everything else, which just seems like a whole lot. I do have water on me, which I'll drink once we get up here. Once the sun comes up, we're square, so it's better than a center. Get away, spider. I don't need to deal with you right now. I'm on a mission. That mission does not involve arachnids. Alright? We're not on an arachnid mission. Plus the sun's up, and that's a truce. That's when we're cool. Alright, let me do this real quick. Let me get something to drink. Okay, because we're almost there. And I do have a few steak. Oh, I don't need to eat that yet. That was a little early on me. Alright, let's head up here and see what this thing is before we leave this episode. Because like I said, I know that once we do the next mission, because if we look, we are on mission 22. There's only 23 missions in this adventure map. So I want to make sure we don't miss this. And I know there's probably a ton of exploring we could have done. And by the way, I'm super nervous about going in here. So let's do this real quick. Let's do game rule keep INVENTORY true. And I don't know if this is going to work. Yep. Got to open up to a LAN. Alright, let's try it again. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. Well, we'll find out. Oh, this is... Really? I ran all the way up here and nothing? What happens if I break it? This is just a troll? What is this stuff? What if I use shears? Can I use shears to... I don't think shears will change anything. Nope. What the heck is going on here? What a... Oh, alright, guys. Well, hey. You know what? If we wouldn't have checked, it would have been the coolest thing on the planet. And you guys would have been like, why didn't you go in that portal? There was food and there was a circus in there. There was a llama, a llama you could ride. It had a little saddle and a good attitude. Why didn't you go in the llama room? All right, well, that thing was a troll. It's funny. My nervousness instantly shot to disappointment. How sad is that? So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up here, and you know what? We spent enough time on this barren rock, and I think it's about time that we get our butts out of here. So, in the next episode, we are gonna send out that distress beacon, and we are gonna starve to death. No, not like this. We're not gonna go out like this. I think I've only died a couple times. Well, okay. Minus that whole Ender Dragon fiasco. Here in this world, I've only died a couple times, so. Alright, we're going to head back to base. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comments section. And until the next episode, possibly, as far as I understand, the last episode of Planetary Confinement, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. And, am I going the right way? Where's our base? And, yeah, so until then, we will see you guys later. Bye.